We have seen this patent office in the last session. On the 11th August 1930, Drug Enquiry Committee (DEC) was formed or constituted, and the chairman of this committee was R.N. Chopra. इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आ जाए. It is also known as Chopra Committee. So Drug Enquiry Committee is also known as Chopra Committee. Remember, इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. First, on the recommendation of this Chopra Committee to the central government has formed PCI, Pharmacy Council of India. So PCI was constituted, and the first nominated president of PCI by central government was Dr. C.K. K.E. Raja. Dr. C.K. K.E. Raja was nominated by central government as a first president of Pharmacy Council of India. Then first Pharmacy Council of India was constituted in the 9th March 1949. So इसके ऊपर भी कम से कम 2-3 बार क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. Remember this date, 9th March 1949. Now was constituted to fulfill the objective of Pharmacy Act. What is the objective of Pharmacy Act? Pharmacy Act का जो objective है, to ensure the smooth and efficient running of pharmacy profession in the India. That was the objective of Pharmacy Act. To fulfill the objective of Pharmacy Act, this Pharmacy Council of India was constituted on the 9th March 1949. We have also seen the functions to prescribe the minimum qualification to be a registered pharmacist by forming education regulation to ensure the uniform implementation of educational standards throughout the country. Then approval of pharmacy courses for institution and withdrawal of approval in case if standards are not maintained. Then recognition of foreign qualification, and main function is nothing but the maintenance of central register. Maintenance of central register. What is central register? Central register means it is a register of pharmacist. Central register क्या होता है? Register of pharmacist होता है. The central register is maintained by central council. Central मतलब PCI. Central register is maintained by central council, that is the Pharmacy Council of India. So central register, first of all, state PCI or state pharmacy council has to make a first register of registered pharmacists, and every state has to submit their data to PCI. PCI will compile one more register known as a central register for pharmacists. So it will have all the pharmacists throughout the India. They will have name and all the data of all pharmacists throughout the India. That is the central register. These are the function of Pharmacy Council of India. Now total okay. So we have seen the members of Pharmacy Council of India in the previous. So remember the term of Pharmacy Council, term of member of PCI is 5 years. So 5 साल का उसका term होता है हर एक member का. So after that what will happen? Re-election or re-nomination for the respective member. And in case अगर किसी मेंबर का डेथ हो जाता है या फिर किसी मेंबर की कुछ डिफरेंट रीजन की वजह से छोड़ जाता है, तो री इलेक्शन और री नॉमिनेशन विल बी देयर फॉर स्पेसिफिक पीरियड. मान लीजिए कि एक कोई मेंबर है, 2 साल तक उसने काम किया और उसको हार्ट अटैक आ गया, मर गया. अभी बाद में 3 साल जो कौन काम करेगा, तो 3 साल के लिए सिर्फ उसी वैकेंसी के लिए उतना इलेक्शन होगा. ठीक है. And if any member remains absent in 3 consecutive meetings of PCI, so PCI has to take at least meetings, okay, 10 to 12 meetings per year. So if any members is absent for 3 consecutive meetings, एक लगातार 3 मीटिंग को अगर कोई absent है without any intimation or without any valid reason, same will be disqualified as a member of council. So member will be disqualified. So if anybody does not remain present 3 consecutive meetings without any intimation, without any application, without any notice or without any valid reason, so he will be disqualified as a member of. Minimum qualification required to be a registered pharmacist is given under the section 10 of section 10 of your Pharmacy Act. So minimum qualification required to be a registered pharmacist is given under section 10 of your Pharmacy Act. So what is the minimum qualification? Degree or diploma in the pharmacy, and what is the age? Not less than 18 years. Degree और diploma तो ठीक है, ये 18 years याद रखो. इसके ऊपर 2 बार क्वेश्चन आए. So what is the minimum age of what is the minimum age required to be a registered pharmacist? That is 18 years. 2 बार क्वेश्चन. So minimum qualification required to be a registered pharmacist is given under section 10 of drug, okay, section 10 of Pharmacy Act. That is nothing but the degree or diploma in the pharmacy and not less than 18 years of age on the date of application. So candidate should have 18 years of age on the date of application. जैसे जब application करे उस टाइम पे आपका 18 साल होना जरूरी है to be a registered pharmacist. Okay. Then again, standards of education qualification as a pharmacist. Standards of education for qualification as a pharmacist क्या होना चाहिए? So this under the Education Regulation 1990, under Section 10 of Pharmacy Act 1948. So education regulation, we are saying that PCI will form education regulation for the education in the pharmacy in India. So education regulation 1991 under the Section 10 of Pharmacy Act 1948, it prescribes ये क्या दिखाता है यहाँ पे? It prescribes, it gives the standards for education for qualification as a pharmacist. That is nothing but the qualification for administration. एडमिशन के लिए क्वालिफिकेशन क्या होना चाहिए? 12th होना चाहिए आपका, किसी भी ग्रुप होना चाहिए. ड्यूरेशन ऑफ कोर्स, सिलेबस, देन मीन ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन, कैसे एग्जाम कैसे होगा, ऑफलाइन ऑनलाइन जो भी. देन मिनिमम मार्क्स फॉर पासिंग, नेचर, मिनिमम मार्क्स फॉर पासिंग एंड नेचर, डिवीजन ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल कितना होना चाहिए, ये सब कहाँ पे लिखा है? एजुकेशन रेगुलेशन में लिखा है, which is under Pharmacy Act 1948. Then again, this education regulation also prescribe the condition to be fulfilled by institution seeking approval of PCI for pharmacy course. अगर कोई कॉलेज को PCI का अप्रूवल चाहिए, so उसने कौन से कंडीशन फुलफिल करना चाहिए? So condition to be fulfilled by institution seeking the approval of PCI for pharmacy course. It is also given under the education regulation. Recently 2008 is there. Then condition required for institution to be recognized for practical training. तो institution में कौन से condition होना चाहिए? That is required by institution to be recognized as a practical training. मतलब कहाँ पे होना चाहिए? मेडिकल में होना चाहिए या फिर कहाँ पे होना चाहिए प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग? उसके लिए कौन से कंडीशन होता है? That condition is also given under the education regulation. Condition required by institution to be recognized for practical training. Next one is a practical training contract for pharmacists. So all these things are under the education regulation year 1991. Then state and joint state pharmacy council. ठीक है, state and joint state एकदम शॉर्ट में है. Actually if you want to read in the detail you can read from book. State and joint state pharmacy council. So what is the main function of these state council or joint state council? So to maintain up to date. What is to maintain up to date? What register for registered pharmacist within a state. It is also known as a first register. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? First register. What is the main function of your state pharmacy council? To maintain up to date register of registered pharmacist within state and to see the norms for constitution. Okay, for the constitution of this state pharmacy council, we already seen the members of state pharmacy council. So you can see in the previous slides or tables we have. Again, the term for member of state pharmacy council is also 5 years. So state जैसे सेंट्रल काउंसिल होता है, PCI का मेंबर का 5 साल का टर्म होता है, वैसे ही स्टेट काउंसिल का भी मेंबर का 5 साल का टर्म होता है. Then first registered for pharmacist. There are different registered for pharmacist. So we'll see it one by one. First register for pharmacist. So this first register was immediately prepared after independence until state pharmacy council was formed. तो जैसे भारत आज़ाद हुआ उस टाइम पे क्या था कि आज़ाद होने के बाद में लेजिस्लेशन आना था. ओके, देन स्टेट फार्मेसी काउंसिल मतलब उसका एस्टेब्लिशमेंट होना था. तो बिफोर दैट तो इमीडिएटली क्या हुआ था? तो दोज हु आर practicing the medicine at the time, who was practicing the dispensing of medicine, who are enrolled in the making of drugs or selling of drugs, who was having at least 5 years experience in the compounding and dispensing. Those people were also entered in the first register. फर्स्ट रजिस्टर में उनका भी नाम डाला था एज अ फार्मासिस्ट, भले ही उन्होंने कोई एजुकेशन नहीं लिया हो, लेकिन उनको 5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस था इसलिए उनको ले लिया. सो इन द फर्स्ट रजिस्टर इट वाज प्रिपेयर्ड आफ्टर इमीडिएटली आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस until state pharmacy council was then subsequent register. So first register was prepared immediately after the independence to ensure the control over drug manufacturing, selling etc. नहीं तो क्या होता था उस टाइम पे कोई भी आके ड्रग सेल कर सकता. So it was needed to make a first register to enter the name of people who are engaged in the selling manufacturing of drug. Okay, so it was prepared immediately after the independence until state pharmacy council was formed. Now second register or known as a subsequent register. So during the implementation period of Pharmacy Act and framing the education regulation, तो ये बीच में का जो पीरियड है ड्यूरिंग द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ फार्मेसी एक्ट, जो फार्मेसी एक्ट पास हुआ उसके बाद में इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए उसको टाइम लगता है कुछ, वो ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम ऑफ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन एंड फ्रेमिंग ऑफ एजुकेशन रेगुलेशन, उसके बीच में का जो पीरियड है उसमें एक रजिस्टर बना, उसको बोलते हैं सब्सिक्वेंट रजिस्टर, रेगुलर रजिस्टर. थर्ड टाइप इज अ रेगुलर register. So what is regular register? So after the passing of education regulation. So when regulation was passed, after the passing of education regulation, so in the education regulation they have prescribed the minimum qualification to be a registered pharmacist. That is nothing but the minimum qualification is the D.Pharm plus 500 hours training. That is a practical training. So after that you will be entered into रेगुलर रजिस्टर अपॉन एप्लीकेशन, खुद से ही नहीं करेंगे, आपको अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. सो नाउ प्रेजेंटली if anybody want to a registered pharmacist, they have to apply in the state pharmacy council, and there after satisfying the condition, after satisfying the minimum qualification age and all that. Okay, so state pharmacy council they may enter your name in regular register. Now what is meant by displaced person? तो एक डेफिनेशन भी एक बार पूछा है, displaced person. So displaced person means what? Displaced as a result of partition in the country from erstwhile territory of India. मतलब जब पार्टीशन हो गया, इंडिया पाकिस्तान अलग हो गया, उस टाइम पे क्या होगा कि कुछ पाकिस्तान के टेरिटरी में रहते थे, या फिर पहले तो इंडिया ही था, लेकिन अभी मान लीजिए जैसे बिफोर पार्टीशन सम पीपल वे आर प्रैक्टिसिंग a medicine or dispensing the medicine in the Pak occupied Kashmir. So when at that time it was a part of India. So if they displaced, okay, from the part of Pakistan in the Indian territory, now whose principal mean of livelihood was the pharmacy profession or business before 4th of March 1948, and satisfies the condition for inclusion in the first register of pharmacy. So those person is known as a displaced person. Now removal of name of pharmacist under the section 36 of the Pharmacy Act 1940. If name of pharmacist is entered by error or by misrepresentation or suppression of fact. Okay, अगर कोई किसी का नाम गलती से फार्मासिस्ट के रजिस्टर में आ गया तो उसका नाम रिमूव किया जाएगा. If you have applied it and you have misrepresented the data, you have suppressed the fact. कि आपने अप्लाई तो किया कि मुझे रजिस्टर्ड फार्मासिस्ट के लिए अप्लाई किया, लेकिन आपने डुप्लीकेट डॉक्यूमेंट दे दिए, या फिर आपने फार्मेसी तो किया नहीं लेकिन डॉक्यूमेंट्स डुप्लीकेट दिए, तो एट दैट टाइम योर नेम विल बी रिमूव्ड. ओके, इफ केम टू नोटिस, अगर उनको पता चला तो वो आपका नाम रिमूव कर दें. इफ नेम इज एंटर्ड बाय एरर or misrepresentation or suppression of fact or false information given by a person, in that condition so name will be removed. Then submitted documents are false certificate. If you submitted documents and those are false, and if it is noticed, state pharmacy council will remove your name from registered pharmacist list. Person convicted an offense in profession directly or indirectly. अगर आप रजिस्टर्ड फार्मासिस्ट हो लेकिन आपने कुछ गुनाह किया है, कि जैसे फार्मेसी के प्रोफेशन के लिए के अंदर कुछ गुनाह किया है, जैसे सेलिंग ऑफ मिस ब्रांडेड मिस अडल्टेटेड ड्रग, या फिर मेडिकल टर्मिनेशन ऑफ प्रेगनेंसी, या फिर सेलिंग ऑफ नार्कोटिक ड्रग विदाउट record giving record. So person if convicted an offense, if convicted any offense in the profession directly or indirectly, his name will be removed from the register. Now prohibited or banned advertisement under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954. तो प्रोहिबिटेड और बैंड एडवर्टाइजमेंट, कौन से एडवर्टाइजमेंट कर नहीं सकते आप, कौन से एडवर्टाइजमेंट करने के ऊपर रोक है. सो एडवर्टाइजमेंट फॉर प्रोक्योरमेंट ऑफ मिसकैरेज और प्रिवेंशन ऑफ कंसेप्शन इन द वुमन और करेक्शन ऑफ मेंस्ट्रुअल डिसऑर्डर. कोई भी आके एडवर्टाइजमेंट नहीं कर सकता कि हमारा ड्रग क्या करता है, मिसकैरेज नहीं होने देगा, या फिर कंसेप्शन नहीं होने देगा, या फिर आपके जो मेंस्ट्रुअल डिसऑर्डर है उसको करेक्ट कर देगा. सो एडवर्टाइजमेंट फॉर प्रोक्योरमेंट of miscarriage or prevention of conception in the woman and correction of menstrual disorders, it is totally prohibited. Again, what kind of advertisement are prohibited? Maintenance, okay, maintenance or improvement of capacity of humans for sexual pleasure. So that is also, this kind of advertisement is also prohibited. So if anybody makes such kind of advertisement, he is liable for punishment under the Drug and Magic Remedies Act. Diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment, prevention of any disease or disorder listed in schedule of this act. So you cannot advertise any drug which is used for diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment, prevention of any disease or disorder listed under the schedule in this act. Then prohibition in the participation of advertisement which is directly or indirectly gives false impression regarding the drug और any false और misleading advertisement. तो ऐसा कोई भी advertisement वो वहाँ पे ban या फिर उसको नहीं करना है, prohibited मतलब बंदी है उसके ऊपर, prohibited. What kind of advertisement? Prohibition in the participation of advertisement. किसके advertisement में आपको participate नहीं करना है. So which directly or indirectly gives false impression regarding the drug. कोई ड्रग का इंप्रेशन गलत दिखा रहा है कोई एडवर्टाइजमेंट, इसमें अगर पार्टिसिपेट भी किया फिर भी वो पनिशेबल है. तो प्रोहिबिशन इन द पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ एडवर्टाइजमेंट which is directly or indirectly gives false impression regarding the drug or any false or misleading advertisement. Okay, important definition under drug and cosmetic act. We have already seen few definitions like misbranded drug, adulterated drug, spurious drug and cosmetic. So we are going to see it again. Let's see first regarding remaining. इसके अलग कौन से definition है, इसके बाद में कौन से definition है. So first is the drug itself. What do you mean by drug? So drug is nothing but the medicine. It is a medicine for internal or external use in the humans or animals for diagnosis, treatment, mitigation, prevention of any disease or disorders, including insect and mosquito repellents, which are applied or glided on body. Substance other than the food, which may affect the structure or any function of your body, used for or the substance used for the destruction of insect or vermin causing disease in the humans or animals. Substance used as a component of drug including empty gelatin capsule devices. So drug मतलब क्या, anything that is used for treatment, mitigation, prevention of any disease or disorder in the humans or animals, including insect repellents, okay, anti vermins, then even empty gelatin shell, जो gelatin का empty capsule होता है, that also comes under the drug. तो इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. So empty gelatin capsule is considered as a dead test as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act. ऑप्शन में था ड्रग, एडिटिव, कॉस्मेटिक और भी कुछ ऑप्शन था. So empty gelatin capsule, empty gelatin without any drug, empty gelatin capsule is also considered as a drug under the provisions of Drug and Cosmetic Act. Remember. Now we'll see the next. What do you mean by cosmetic? So any article intended to be sprayed, rubbed, poured, sprinkled on, or introduced or applied to human body or its any part for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness or altering the appearance, including the additives of cosmetics. So all this comes under the term cosmetics. Cosmetic मतलब क्या है? ठीक है, cosmetic मतलब क्या है? आपका जो क्रीम्स वगैरह लगाते हो लेडीज लोग. So what is cosmetic? So any article intended to be sprayed, rubbed, poured, or sprinkled or introduced into or applied to human body or any part of it for cleaning, beautifying, promoting the attractiveness or altering the appearance, including additives used in the cosmetics. So all this comes under the cosmetics. So regarding cosmetic also you have three terms: adulterated cosmetics, then misbranded cosmetics, and spurious cosmetics. We'll see it. Now, what do you mean by Ayurvedic and Siddha? Ayurvedic Siddha or Unani drug? The Drug and Cosmetic Act. उसका भी definition दिया है. So Ayurvedic Siddha and Unani drug. So medicines for internal or external use in the humans or animals for diagnosis, treatment, mitigation, and prevention of any disease or disorder, which are manufactured according to the formula given in the books of traditional system of medicine, which are described under the first schedule of DNC Act. So what is Ayurvedic or Siddha medicine? Medicine used internally or externally in humans or animals for diagnosis, treatment, mitigation, prevention of any disease or disorder, manufactured exclusively in accordance with the formula given in the book of traditional system of medicine described in the schedule first of Drug and Cosmetic that is known as Ayurvedic Unani or Siddha drug. Now Gudakhu इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. What is Gudakhu? Gudakhu is the when a definition under the TNC Act. So Gudakhu, it is a cosmetic as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act. What is it? Gudakhu is a cosmetic as per Drug and Cosmetic Act. Now what is it? Tobacco product used for the rubbing against the human teeth. Contains tobacco, powdered lime, molasses and red mineral matter. मतलब ये क्या है? मिश्री जो होता है, मिश्री जो लोग मॉर्निंग में दांत घिसने के लिए यूज करते हैं. They used to clean their teeth by using this Gudakhu. Tobacco product used for rubbing against human teeth contains tobacco powder, then tobacco, then lime. Lime मतलब सुना, lime, tobacco, lime and molasses, red mineral matter. This Gudakhu is cosmetic under the provisions of Drug and Cosmetic Act. Now इसके ऊपर भी एक बार क्वेश्चन आ चुका है, याद रखो. Now next is a patent and proprietary medicines. What do you mean by patent and proprietary medicines? There are two kinds of patent and proprietary medicine. So if traditional medicine is there, so for traditional medicinal medicines like Ayurvedic, Unani and Siddha, formulation containing only such ingredient mentioned in the formula described in the authoritative book of traditional medicinal system in the first schedule as per the DNC Act, excluding or not including medicines given by parental. That is a patent and proprietary medicine of traditional system. मतलब जो आयुर्वेदिक यूनानी सिद्ध मेडिसिन है उसमें ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन क्या है, उसमें पेटेंट एंड प्रोप्राइटरी मेडिसिन क्या है. पेटेंट एंड प्रोप्राइटरी मेडिसिन फॉर ट्रेडिशनल medicines formulation containing only such ingredients which are mentioned in the formula described in the authoritative books of respective system of medicine in the first schedule as per the DNC Act and excluding or not including the medicine given by parental route. What is meant by patent and proprietary medicine for modern medicines? So formulation for internal or external use in the human or in the animals which are not included in the Indian pharmacopoeia or other pharmacopoeia. So that is known as a patent and proprietary medicine. So इसके ऊपर भी एक बार क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. So as it is given, the formulation for internal or external use in the humans or animals which are not included in the Indian pharmacopoeia or other pharmacopoeia for a time being, so it is known as. नीचे ऑप्शन में था मॉडर्न ड्रग्स, ऐसा वैसा, वन में था पेटेंट एंड प्रोप्राइटरी मेडिसिन. Now drug inspector is a public servant under section 21 of the Indian Penal Code IPC. Drug inspector is a public servant under section 21 of Indian Penal Code. Drug inspector क्या है, public servant है under the section 21 of IPC. So what is loan license? If you don't have your own manufacturing facility and if you still want to market your brand, or if you want to still produce your own formulation, then you can avail the facilities of already established brand, or you can use facilities of another manufacturer to produce your own product by taking a loan license. That is known as a loan license. Okay. Now loan license for drugs other than schedule CC1 and X can be given to a qualified person who makes use of approved facility for manufacturing product by from other person. Okay. So loan license for schedule, okay, other than loan license for drug other than drug in schedule CC1 and X can be given to a qualified person who makes use of approved facility for manufacturing of product by other person and obtain a loan license for manufacturing other than schedule CC1 and X drug. GMP जहाँ पे वो facility वहाँ पे GMP should be fulfilled and manufacturing record should be maintained for 5 years and or 2 years manufacturing record for manufacturing record for 2 years in case of drug with expiry. जिसका एक्सपायरी हो चुका है उसके बाद में भी 2 साल तक आपको रखना पड़ेगा, तभी जाके वो आप पे उस फैसिलिटी को आपको मिलेगा लोन लाइसेंस. Now application for loan license is done in the form number 24A and license is granted in the form number 25A. Now what is the repacking license? इसके ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. Okay, so repacking license is issued only for drugs other than schedule CC1 and X drug if conditions are fulfilled. So repacking license किसको देते हैं? So क्वेश्चन ऐसा था, repacking license is not granted for the following. Remember, repacking license is not given for शेड्यूल CC1 एंड शेड्यूल एक्स ड्रग। ठीक है, शेड्यूल CC1 एंड शेड्यूल एक्स। यहाँ पे याद रखने का इतना सिंपल फंडा है। शेड्यूल CC1 में क्या होता है, बायोलॉजिकल्स। बायोलॉजिकल्स क्या होते हैं, स्टरलाइज्ड होते हैं, तो उसको रिपैक कैसे कर सकते हैं। सो रिपैकिंग लाइसेंस इज नॉट गिवन फॉर शेड्यूल CC1 एंड एक्स ड्रग, याद रखो इसको, क्वेश्चन एज इट इज। So repacking license is issued only for drugs other than Schedule CC1, means except CC1 and X is condition if the condition are fulfilled. Now application for repacking license is done in the 24B form and license is granted in the 25B form. Now repacking license, okay, repacking license is valid until 31st December of every year. तो ये 31st December के साल तक ही उसका वैलिडिटी रहता है, उसके बाद में फिर से रिन्यू करना पड़ता है। इन आयुर्वेदिक फॉर्मुलेशन आसवा एंड अरिस्टा, आसवा अरिस्टा जो आयुर्वेदिक फॉर्मुलेशन होता है, द सेल्फ जनरेटेड अल्कोहल शुड नॉट एक्सीड 12% वॉल्यूम बाय वॉल्यूम, एज इट इज क्वेश्चन आ चुका है ड्रग इंस्पेक्टर के एग्जाम। इन आयुर्वेदिक फॉर्मुलेशन आसवा एंड अरिस्टा, जो आसवा अरिस्टा का जो फॉर्मुलेशन होता है, तो उसमें सेल्फ जनरेटेड अल्कोहल का कंटेंट कितना होना चाहिए। तो द सेल्फ जनरेटेड अल्कोहल कंटेंट in the Ayurvedic formulation like Aswa and Arista should not exceed. Not exceed means not more than 12% वॉल्यूम बाय वॉल्यूम। क्वेश्चन इसके ऊपर एज इट इज आ चुका है, इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आ चुका है। ड्रग इंस्पेक्टर इज डीम्ड टू बी ए पब्लिक सर्वेंट अंडर डेश ऑफ आईपीसी सेक्शन 20 और 21 ऑफ आईपीसी। क्वेश्चन इसके ऊपर भी आ चुका है। ड्रग इंस्पेक्टर इज डीम्ड टू बी ए पब्लिक सर्वेंट अंडर द डेश ऑफ, ओके, अंडर द डेश अंडर द सेक्शन 21 ऑफ आईपीसी इंडियन पिनल कोड। लोन लाइसेंस, ठीक है, लोन लाइसेंस के बारे में भी याद रखो। रिपैकिंग लाइसेंस इज नॉट इशूड फॉर शेड्यूल CC1 एंड एक्स ड्रग। नाउ डेफिनेशंस अंडर नार्कोटिक ड्रग एंड साइकोट्रोपिक एक्स। फर्स्ट डेफिनेशन इज नथिंग बट द cannabis. What do you mean by cannabis? Cannabis is also known as the Indian hemp, and it is nothing but the leaves and flowering tops of cannabis sativa family, Cannabinaceae. So everything leaves and flowering tops of cannabis plant family, Cannabinaceae, that is known as cannabis or Indian hemp as per the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Act. Then cannabis product. So what are the cannabis product? They includes चरस and गांजा। चरस and गांजा क्या है, ये दोनों, ये जो दोनों है that is cannabis product. What is चरस? चरस, it is a crude purified resin obtained from cannabis concentrated preparation. Resin is also known as hashish oil. Then ganja, ganja is nothing but the flowering and fruiting tops of cannabis plant excluding seeds and leaves. गांजा क्या है कि जो सिर्फ उसके पत्ते और फ्लावरिंग टॉप्स जो होते हैं, मतलब जहाँ पे फ्लावरिंग होता है, so that is used as a ganja, flowering and fruiting tops cannabis plant except seeds and leaves, that is a cannabis product. Now what is meant by manufactured drug? इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन एक बार आ चुका है। मैन्युफैक्चर्ड ड्रग, so derivative of medical cannabis, opium derivative or popistra concentrate, another narcotic drug or another narcotic drug given in an official gazette of central government, that is known as a manufactured drug. So derivative of medical cannabis, opium derivative or popistra concentrate or any other narcotic drug which is mentioned under the official gazette of central government, so that is known as a manufactured drug. जैसे heroin हो गया, morphine हो गया, codeine हो गया. Now what is opium? So there are two kind of opium. First one is known as a medicinal opium, and second one is known as a prepared opium. So what is medicinal opium? So powder organic, okay, powder organic related or powder and organic related form or any other form for medical use according to IP. So any, okay, powder form or organic related form or any other form of for medi- medicinal use according to Indian pharmacopoeia, known as a medicinal opium. The next one is the prepared opium, any form of opium suitable for smoking, alkaloids and their salts like diacetyl morphine, heroin, okay, heroin preparation with more than 2.2% morphine or heroin is known as a prepared opium. Prepared opium किसको बोलेंगे? Any form of opium suitable for smoking and smoking, alkaloids and their salts of opium. Opium alkaloids and their salts also comes under the prepared opium. Then diacetyl morphine, that is known as a heroin preparation, or any preparation of opium more than containing more than 2.2% of morphine or heroin, that is known as a prepared opium. Opium poppy. So what is meant by opium poppy? So plant and species of Papaver somniferum or any species from this family which contains phenanthrene alkaloids, from which phenanthrene can be extracted. That is known as opium poppy. Next one is a poppy straw. So all parts of opium poppy in a original form or in a powder form after harvesting the opium except seeds. इसके बारे में भी क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. What is meant by poppy straw? Question ऐसा होता है. So all parts of opium poppy in a original or in a crushed or in a powder form after harvesting except seeds dash as per the Narcotic and Psychotropic Substances Act. So poppy straw बोलेंगे. We will see definitions once more because these definitions are very important. इसके ऊपर हर बार क्वेश्चन आता है. Definition एक बार फिर से देख लेते हैं. What do you mean by adulterated drug as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act 9? So if drug contains whole or in a part any filthy, putrid or decomposed substances. If drug is packed, prepared or stored under unsanitary condition or may be contaminated with the filth which renders the content of drug injurious to health. So that is also comes under the adulterated drug. If drug consists of a if drug container is composed of partly or wholly by poisonous or deleterious substance which renders it injurious to health. If okay, so that also comes under the adulterated. Now if drug consists of a color other than those prescribed for the other than prescribed color. Question as it is आ चुके हैं इसमें. So if drug consists of a color other than prescribed, so it may be regarded as a dash as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act. इसमें ऑप्शन में आएगा आपको adulterated, misbranded, spurious. So if drug consists of a color other than prescribed color, okay, or consists of a harmful or toxic substances, then again it comes under the adulterated drug. If drug consisting mixed substances so that to reduce the quality or strength of drug. तो अगर ड्रग में कोई दूसरे सब्सटेंसेस है जिनकी वजह से आपके ड्रग क्वालिटी कम हो रहा है तो उसको भी क्या बोलेंगे अडल्ट्रेटेड ड्रग. ओके, रिमेंबर यहाँ पे वर्ड्स याद रखो. आप 4-5 वर्ड्स याद रखो, हो जाएगा आपको याद. वर्ड्स कौन से याद रखना है आपको? तो पहले आपको याद रखना है filthy, putrid, decomposed. First you have to remember these 3 words: filthy, putrid, decomposed. If drug consists of a whole drug is filthy, putrid, decomposed, or part of drug is filthy, putrid, decomposed, it is adulterated. If drug is stored or packed or prepared under unsanitary condition. तीसरा वर्ड क्या है? The container is composed of poisonous or deleterious substance. If drug is not containing proper color, okay, if drug consists of a color other than prescribed. तो ये वर्ड से आता है filthy, putrid, decomposed, unsanitary condition, then poisonous container, color, ठीक है, then strength. If drug consists of mixture of substances so that it reduces the strength of drug, that is known as adulterated. तो adulterated drug में 4-5 वर्ड से आता है जैसे filthy, putrid, decomposed, then unsanitary condition, उसके बाद में poisonous और deleterious substances और color. ये 4 वर्ड याद रखना है आपको: filthy, putrid, decomposed, unsanitary condition, poisonous container, ठीक है, poisonous container, उसके बाद में poisonous और deleterious substance and color. ये अगर दिखा ये वर्ड्स तो वो क्या होगा? अडल्ट्रेटेड ड्रग हो. ऐसा एक ट्रिक है याद रखने का. Second definition is nothing but the misbranded drug. So if drug is colored, coated or powdered or polished, ऐसे आया color, coated, powder, polished, CCPP अगर आया color, coated, powdered or polished, so that the damage is concealed, or if it is made to be appear better or greater therapeutic value than really it is, so it is a misbranded. Again, if drug is not labeled in the prescribed manner, then it is again misbranded. If labeled in a such a manner that statement or design or device make them false claim or drug or its use is misleading, तो ये होगा misbranded. इसमें याद कैसे रखना है? यहाँ पे ये 3 वर्ड लिया था CC plus PP. कलर्ड, कोटेड, पाउडर्ड, पॉलिश्ड, CCPP आ गया misbranded drug. ठीक है, लेबल आ गया misbranded. So if drug is not labeled in the prescribed manner, it is a misbranded. Then again, if drug is labeled in such a manner that statement, design or devices make false claim or misleading claim. So it is a misbranded. False or misleading claims. Claim आ गया तो misbranded. Label आ गया तो misbranded. CCPP आ गया मतलब कलर कोटेड पाउडर पॉलिश. CCPP color coated powder polish. CCPP label misleading or false claim, that is a misbranded drug. Now next one is a spurious drug. So if drug is imported under the name of another drug, तो import याद रखो यहाँ पे एक के जगह पे दूसरा कोई import किया तो उसको बोलेंगे spurious drug. And it is a imitation or substitute for another drug. किसी ड्रग का कॉपी है या सब्स्टिट्यूट है तो वो भी spurious drug होगा. Now if it bears a label or container or name of company which actually does not exist or is a fictitious. मतलब ऐसा ड्रग के ऊपर कोई कंपनी का लेबल है जो कंपनी है ही नहीं तो दैट इज नोन एज स्पूरियस ड्रग. तो यहाँ पे 3-4 ट्रिक्स है आपको बस उतने याद रखना है क्योंकि इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन हर बार आता है. बहुत बार क्वेश्चन आ चुका है इसके ऊपर.